What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another transfer video now. Today, former Arsenal superstar, because he was that, I'll be honest, former Arsenal superstar Alexis Sanchez has spoken out in a revealing interview that he did via his Instagram Live, where he has stated that he wanted to rejoin Arsenal. He says that after one day's training at Manchester United, he asked his agent, "Can you rip up the contract for me to go back to Arsenal?" He said there are some things you don't realise until you get there. It's a very interesting one. You know, I don't feel sorry for Alexis Sanchez. He's made his bed and he had to lay in it. You know, he went to Manchester United for £500,000 a week after being on 150,000 at Arsenal. And, you know, if he'd have gone to Manchester City, I think I would have held my hands up and fully understood the move. Because they were the best team in the country. They had Pep Guardiola. When he went to Manchester United, I think we all had reservations that, look, this move is money motivated. I mean, look, it's difficult because if you're in your job right now and somebody offers you treble your wages, unless you love that environment completely and, you know, you're doing your dream job, you're probably going to leave. Alexis doesn't have the same emotional attachment to Arsenal that we as fans do. He obviously felt with Mourinho and, you know, trebling his wage, man. It's very difficult to turn down, but I think what he realised is, you know, he was so loved at Arsenal, the environment was so suited to him that he was able to thrive. I think we saw the best Alexis Sanchez of his whole career at Arsenal. I think he was better there than Udinese, than Man United, than Inter, you know, than Barcelona. So, you know, he dropped a bit of a clanger. It is interesting, and I do think it's quite refreshing to hear a footballer come out and make these type of quotes, you know. It's very honest, and, you know, he's saying I was tempted, you know, he liked Man United when he was younger. I'm sure the money had a huge part to play in this. I think sometimes we have to understand that some of these footballers come from poverty, and they use football as an opportunity to provide their family and generations. You know, I remember when Oscar left Chelsea to go to China, and he said, this is purely a business decision. You know, the money I will earn in China will provide for my next generation and their generation after. So, you know, Arsenal fans, we're not going to feel sorry for Alexis, but sometimes you have to have a little understanding. I always think it's important not to get too emotionally attached to any player that plays for your club, because, you know, we've seen over the years players come and go. So an interesting one there for certain, man. Alexis Sanchez, probably one of the best players I've seen play for Arsenal. Just imagine what he could have become if he stayed at Arsenal. But on the plus side, you know, he went there, played a silly piano, made a fool of himself, took 500 grand a week off United for a couple of years, and, you know, we bought Aubameyang to replace him. So every cloud has a silver lining, and I think Alexis was not the most popular of guys in the dressing room at Arsenal, so maybe the dynamic worked better with Aubameyang coming in. One player being linked, though, with a potential move to Arsenal is Felipe Anderson. Now, this rumour's been going around for a couple of weeks and looks to have a little bit of substance to it. Now, it is believed West Ham are looking to get rid of Felipe Anderson, a player they signed from Lazio for around £35 million a couple of years ago. Brazilian international, very highly rated, was being linked with big moves after his first year, talking about £60 million moves. It's gone downhill since. Now, a lot of West Ham fans say that he's very inconsistent. He's quite temperamental. He plays when he can be bothered, and on days he doesn't. He really doesn't give you a lot. Now, it's believed West Ham offered him to Arsenal for £5 million loan fee to take him for 1 year. They also wanted Arsenal to pay his whole wage for one season. And apparently Edu is a big fan of him with the Brazilian link. I'm not sure on this one. I'm not sure Arsenal need another winger. I think if you can get a winger that is like exceptional, then sometimes you have to do things even if you're not in need of a player in that position. I do think Felipe Anderson is a good player, and I think he would do probably quite well at Arsenal. But I think with Willian, you know, Aubameyang playing out wide, we've got Pepe, we've got Nelson, still got Martinelli to come back. I don't think Felipe Anderson is someone we really need. £5 million loan fee. I don't know how much they would want. It's believed around £40 million to take him on a permanent. I think Arsenal would be better off spending that sort of money elsewhere, you know, like Thomas Partey or someone like that. Don't forget, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You know, we will be doing lots more content, some special guests coming up over the next week or so as we preview the Premier League season, starting a week this Saturday away at Fulham. So keep it locked here on Curtis Shaw TV. Let me know in the comments what you think about Alexis Sanchez and his comments. I'm sure you don't feel sorry for him, but, you know, as I say, I think the honesty was quite refreshing. And, you know, I think we did okay in the end. I do think Sanchez was slightly fading in that last season at Arsenal, and has proved since he left he hasn't been the same player at any other club. We got Aubameyang, who has been fantastic, so I think that worked out in the end for Arsenal. And Felipe Anderson, would you take him on loan for a year? Is he better than what we've got? Would you pay £40 million for him next season on a permanent? Let me know what you guys think. Subscribe to the channel, Curtis Shaw TV, and keep it locked here. I'll be back later in the week. Bless.